Hello and welcome to a beautiful day in Wicklow. I am down in an absolutely lovely spot in Wicklow. I'll show you that in just a second. I've been doing some test panning with this little pan. What I had was the tub up on the bank, and it meant I was able to stratify and basically pan in a tub at chest height. No need to bend down. Fantastic. What I did was, to get the dirt, was I put a 1/4 inch classifier over my large 16-inch pan, and then brought the dirt over and panned it through. Much easier. That's just my bag with all the straps, because you know you bring a lot of stuff. So I'll just give you a quick overview on where I'm working today. So this is a section I was working previously, and what happened was, it was a couple of months ago since I was working it. Obviously somebody else has worked the hole and has filled it in with rock. There's no point in me roaring and shouting and giving out about it. So I said, okay, I got gold out there, I dug along there previously. So what I did was, I dug out of this, said okay, I was getting gold there, but I went back, the further back I went, I was getting no gold. So I figured, okay, well, it's already filled in with rocks, and I've dug it before, so no point in running that again. So I just came across the river, and I put a little hole here, done a test pan, absolutely nothing. Came a tiny bit down the river, done a test pan, and found some nice gold. I don't have it, it's in the pan, I haven't got it ready for you, I'll show you that later on. But to give you an overview of how I'm actually running things, this is the Gold Magic 4000. You've probably seen this one before. Basically, I filled the bottom bucket with rocks and gravel to get it nice and level. Have to get that bucket level, it has to be level, doesn't work without it. Then inside here, I won't lift it up too much, but inside here I have some rocks. I found that by putting in rounded rocks, river rocks, for some reason, that helps the gold get caught. That's a 2-inch nozzle, so that comes through here, comes down, it goes across. So another advantage that I have today is I have the GoPro on my head. So this is the shot from the GoPro, and this is the shot from the camera on the iPhone. So I just figured it'd be good for both, because I mean I can use the iPhone for close-up shots. So we come on, we look at the rocks and we zoom into the pebbles, but you can't do that with the GoPro. So I think this gives both options, but I can't hold the camera, the iPhone, while I'm working material. So that's what the GoPro's for. A couple of things I need to do before we get going is I need to clear a bit of rocks and material from here. Shake that off so we get just the rocks. That's where the pitchfork is handy, because it can pick up rocks on its own. Only problem with the pitchfork is very short. I have looked at longer ones. They're a lot heavier. They're not that expensive, they're like €30, but it's more about the weight. You know, when you're traveling a good distance, weight is critical. I love this thing for the simple reason that I can pick up material, classify it, sluice it effectively in one motion. Watch this. It is literally a production machine, and all it is 2 3-gallon buckets with holes in them. Simple as that. See, if I go here, look, I go in the middle, just water and rocks, big rocks. But if I go off to the side, that's when I get that change of material. And where I did a test pan was around here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to crack on with this and just keep running and running and running till I get down to, like that one I was previously down to, I suppose, my knees. Get it down a good bit, keep checking for gold, and once I run out of gold, then I'll just go straight and across. I may have to move the wash plant later, but no big deal. Look, we'll run this for now. Right, okay, I'll crack on. I'll see you later. Okay, so I need to eat a big bucket of humble pie. Gold Magic 4000, phenomenal machine, can process material really, really fast. Problem is, while I've worked on my muscles, my upper body muscles, and I have very good muscle and very strong now at lifting things and moving things, like the material in the sucker tube, what I lack is cardio. And what I've gone and done is I just set up the Cali. I had the Cali sluice box in the car. I figure with everybody buying Cali sluice boxes these days, it'd be right, why not? I might as well take it out for a spin. Got to be careful here, because this hole is getting very deep, very fast. You'd nearly think it was a different day. I was actually considering finishing off that video and then opening up with, hey look, I've got the Cali. Just as regards the hole that I'm working, I find that I can move the shovel a lot faster. The 5 full shovel loads is a full 3-gallon bucket. Look, sometimes if you're in a place where there's no opportunity to run a sluice box, great machine, but got to ramp up the cardio first. So that's one thing I definitely need to work on. So it's a lot of iron rich clay. You can see lumps of iron there. See, I got that marbling in the water. That tells us that we're on silica. And silica is a very good sign. Oh, that's heavy. Come on. Yes. That's the second full shovel I've had in 10 minutes. With this Cali, the way you know it's running right, it has a V in the middle and it weighs nothing. There we go. Nice one. Put a bit more water in that. Not gonna go get a bucket and tip water in, just use a shovel. Why not? That is getting deep. Good. Now yourself, the deeper you go, not always, but generally the deeper you go, the more gold you find. Right, the way in which you run this is like any other sluice box, but also, so as not to hurt yourself. One knee forward, bend on the knees, not the back. Now just simply bend, gotta keep the back straight. Get it on in. That is running a bit too fast, but it's running. Helps. Oh, hello. That's our gold there, signal. Yeah, let's think about the inspection mat. See gold there for a split second. And then, even if it moves on, it doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing. It's going to move into these first 5 ripples. That's where it's going to be. Okay, I've run about 4.5, maybe 5 buckets total. So what I'm going to do now is going to do a quick clean out and just see where we're at. You can see it is actually running reasonably well. I got the V in the middle. Beauty of this sluice is to take it out and clean it. I take off the rock, I clean it, I can park this back in the river, no problem at all. In fact, let's do that. I'm going to do a clean out first, clean it down into the bucket. And once we have it cleaned out thoroughly, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back. Sorry, I'm shouting and just with the noise of the river, I don't know if you hear me. So what we're going to do is we're going to clean this sluice box out, and then we're just going to drop her straight back in once she's cleaned out. So to clean this box out, I'd like to use the larger bucket, but that's full of rocks at the minute and I need it for height. So what we're going to do is just put this bucket underneath. Oh no. Oh, that's not good. Okay, there, scratch that. That didn't work. I was going to put the bucket underneath, but there's so much flow. What we'll do is take off the rock. I'm just going to pick up the back end first. There we go. And clean it out into the bucket. Cool. That wasn't too hard. Now I'll take a pan. It's anything really, a minute of trowel will do, but anything you can put water into. Nice, I saw a little bit of gold in the rubber mat there. Very nice indeed. The beauty of this sluice is it's so easy to set up, so easy to clean out. And I don't know why I haven't been using it in ages. Probably just because I've been trying out all kinds of things. Reinvent the wheel is probably the best term for it. So just put this on the side, make sure we clean out all those sections. Yeah, let's have a quick look. Rubber mat is clean. Drop ripple is clean. Nothing there. Grand. Now, I'll park the sluice box exactly back where it was. This one out of the way. Only put that back in a second. Boom. There you go. Park a rock on top. This rock was already underneath. And away she goes. Look at that. 2 seconds. Actually, that looks better than it was. You know that? Got the V in the middle. Doesn't have too much flow. Coming straight off the end. So you can see there, look. That's all the material we have in that whole run. We ran probably, I'd say probably close to 4 buckets. But it was 4 buckets a 1/4 inch. So, what you would call that in 1/2 inch. Anyway, 4 buckets a 1/4 inch. So that's what we ran. So that's less than a 1/4 of a pan. So let's very gently work this down. Remember, you see my videos before about how to pan. What we're going to do is just very gently work the material down. Every now and then shake it. Bring to the front. We're only interested in washing the front 2 ripples. Alright. Bring it on back. Stratify, bring it to the front. Cut a line. Front. 2 ripples. Now the problem is the water's flowing here, so what we're going to do is we're going to come over to a quieter section, we'll call it, the river. Put a hand there. Yeah, you see, look. If I put my hand here, cuts into the water. Put my hand here, nothing. So we want, ideally you want a lake. That's basically what you want. You want a nice flat spot. Perfect. I want to be extra careful with this because this is all the cons. This is coming off a sluice where you're just panning to test it. You don't have to be as perfect. This one we've got to be extra careful. Perfect, that'll do. Right, let's have a look in the sunlight. As per usual, don't salt. You saw this, came straight out of the sluice box into the bucket, straight from the bucket into the pan. Let's see how much gold we got, if this box is working properly and if we're on good ground. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3. Oh, a lot of gold. Try and push it all in one place. Always make sure to dab your finger afterwards. Oh yeah. Not gonna sneeze at that. Our 4 buckets, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like and garnets as well. I like garnets. Garnets are nice. Right, there's the gold from the Cali sluice box. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces of gold there. Which is not too bad. Just for scale, this is in the smaller pan. So, it's just a finishing pan. So yeah, I'm not going to complain about that. Get you back in focus. There you go, look. That'll do absolutely fine. If you like this episode, chances are you like the previous episodes of what put out before. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and sure, I'll catch you next one. Bye bye.